Hello! Today I'm going to talk about the film Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is a 2021 action-adventure film based on the great-ass video game, the amazing video game, Mortal Kombat by Ed Boon and Tobias something. Funke, let's say Funke. Anyway, so what is so great about this film? Well, one, this is the first Mortal Kombat movie ever to be rated R. And why is that important? Well, if you haven't been living under a rock, Mortal Kombat is an ultra-violent video game. But there's its catch. The whole reason Mortal Kombat is an ultra-violent video game is because it's just a fighting tournament. And the whole story behind the game is there's a tournament that the Earth realm, aka Earth, is not overtaken by Outrealm, which is a realm filled with murderous sorcerers, evil people, princes, and people who are just want to be bad. But the thing about the game is a lot of people just play the games without knowing the story. And funny enough, it wasn't until people really watched the first Mortal Kombat movie came out in 1995 with the Mortal Kombat with a PG-13 rating, where they started to get the story. Now, what's it good? Well, like I said, this movie has a lot of blood and gore, and the blood and gore is really cool looking. Of course, a lot of it is CGI because, I don't think this movie had too high of a budget, which is good for it because it had been released during the pandemic and they didn't plan that, so whatever. But with it being released in the pandemic, it can only make so much money because theaters are only open about 40 or 30% all over the world, meaning they won't get they won't get as many ticket sales no matter how much they sell tickets for. And I assume now that that Mortal Kombat is on HBO Max is how I saw it, and making some money on streaming from people subscribing to see it. Yes. Well, that's the good thing. What's the bad thing? So despite being a Mortal Kombat movie, there's no tournament. Like, what the fuck? Like, at least the first Mortal Kombat movie got the spirit right. I mean, it's got everything about the spirit right. The goofiness, the corniness, the tournament for the world. The only thing they didn't get right was the gore, only because of PG-13. Because studios were like, we gotta make money off this, and we know kids play Mortal Kombat, so they need kids to watch it, which is kind of stupid. And also, the Mortal Kombat theme doesn't appear until the very end. I mean, it opens with some orchestral stuff, which is actually pretty cool, but not as cool as the techno song Mortal Kombat. Now, the movie kind of opens really cool. Actually, this is actually going to be a complaint and a compliment for this opening. One of the openings is amazingly shot. This whole movie is very well shot. I don't know, the locations are amazing, but here's the thing. For opening scene, I was a little lost because, one, I don't know Sub-Zero's, I don't know Scorpion's real name, Hanzo, but I did know who Sub-Zero was the moment he stepped on screen, the way he was, his demeanor, how he stepped on screen about to murder people. I knew that was Sub-Zero because Sub-Zero was a ninja who was an assassin. But I did not know the person who was trying to assassinate was Scorpion, because it turns out he didn't become Scorpion until after going to hell, which I didn't know that part. I knew Scorpion and Sub-Zero were mortal enemies, and Scorpion came from hell in the first Mortal Kombat game to kill Sub-Zero. But here's the thing. This movie assumes you know everything about Mortal Kombat. It barely explains anything. The only way it explains anything is through Cole Young, a fish out of water new character that made for the movie, which I actually liked. And they actually were able to connect Cole Young to the Mortal Kombat universe through a character you probably wouldn't expect. I didn't. And other than that, yes, the acting all around is really good. The only standout performance I would say is Kano, only because not because he's an amazing actor, just giving a tearjerker or something. He was mostly just only one of the few actors who really hammed it up the whole time. It is about Mortal Kombat. Yes, the story is serious. It is about fighting to the death, but it is fucking ridiculous. The game is ridiculous. I mean, there's parts where you can turn people into a baby. You can turn into an animality. So, this film is able to capture the seriousness of the... Okay. So, the film is silly, right? The film is silly, but the film is able to carry the seriousness of the stakes. anytime Liu Kang talks about how the world will end and be enslaved, you can tell there's actually genuine fear in his voice, and the stakes are high. Earthrealm is at stake, but it's still a goofy movie with some funny one-liners. Yes, I mean that's really the only negative I have to say. There's no tournament. There's no Johnny Cage either. Like, what the fuck? I have Johnny Cage with Johnny Cage. At least the first one got that right. The fact that some characters or even fan favorites get sidelined because it's only a 2 hour movie, or a little less than 2 hours, and there's so many characters in this universe, and they wanted to put so many characters in. I'm guessing because they want to sell a lot. If this continues to be a franchise like the first movie had a sequel, which was terrible, this could actually be a good franchise. You can get more characters from the games. Other than that, I believe it was a decent, fun movie. Anyway, how did you guys talk about it? Remember to like the video, comment if you want to comment, and subscribe if you like to. I'll see you all next time.